So what the heat waves of the solar flares are going to do is that they are in constant communication with your genetics. They are activating you. They're making you become more conscious, because now you have to pick a side. You can no longer be lost in the crowd. You have to stand for something. And you can only stand for something when you know who you are. That's why when you sit alone, you feel this unease of, there's something missing. We've been praying. Why is it not working? It's not time for that, bro. It's time to know, not to believe. And you cannot know what you've not faced. So people cannot sit on their own and stay by themselves. Look at what, there's a white bird here just playing around. Some people cannot stay on their own. Isolation is like punishment. You have to learn how to do that. Because when you sit on your own by yourself, that's when you can meditate. And when you meditate, that is when you get answers from the universe, literally. We all have the ability to do that. But you see, we live in a world that is so busy, so noisy, that you cannot even hear yourself. Because the moment you look here, there's another news from another news, and all this news, all this information, they're negative, and they keep bombarding you to the point where you just break down. But no worries. That is why it's called the phase of the fire of transformation. We are transforming. We are ascending. And for those who refuse to ascend, they will face the consequences of still staying that way. Because if it was working, we won't need any change. It's not working. Yesterday, I got a download that made me start going through the Bible. And I went straight to the part, I think it was in 1 Corinthians chapter 15, verse 51 to 57. I was talking about trumpets will sound. Exactly. Who are some people calling to come save us now? Trump? The Bible is not a literal book. If you're waiting for the day where you will hear horn, then you're still sleeping, because, okay, wait. They said the trumpet will sound and those in the memorial tombs will rise up. Memorial tombs. When they say memorial, memorial is like another word for ancestral. People who have been asleep. People who refuse to face the truth of their origin. You can't stand for anything when you don't know who you are. You have to wake up from that sleep. And sometimes, when the universe has been giving you soft nudges, wake up. They send certain chosen ones to speak about this. Wake up. You'll be like, I bet everybody's talk. Okay. Then you ready to dance the tune, because next thing you hear, slap and blow. Wake up. You must wake up. And waking up is beyond just everybody can be a teacher. Fine. But once you begin to see these truths, you can't unsee them. And you begin to realize that there's an agenda behind anything that anybody says to you as to how they want to come and help you. Because why didn't they help your ancestors, man? Think. History rhymes. Anything that's happening right now has happened before. Study your history. Know yourself. This is not the time to hide behind, the guilt of saying, African spirituality, it's like witchcraft. No. This is the time to see the truth of what it is. Because without that, who are you? You can dress Italian. You can worship like the Europeans do. You can call on the God of Isaac, Abraham, and Jacob. But what about the Okonkwo's? Your ancestors was not Abraham. And when you face this truth, the first thing it will do is that it will stop you from distracting yourself. The partying, the alcohol, there's nothing wrong with that. But what I'm saying is, it will limit it for you. You will no longer lose yourself in those ways, because now you will be seeing the truth for what it really is. That's literally the death of the old personality that was a fool, and the birth of the wise one that is willing to learn and see and understand what exactly is going on in this universe. You will no longer numb your emotions. You will now be self-aware. You will be conscious. You will be reflecting. You will recognize the truth and break free from the mental conditioning that our ancestors was placed under the guise of religion, under the guise of fake leadership or partial judgment. It will help you break free from the loops that you've been stuck in. And once you break free from those loops, you can now begin to fix the past mistakes by taking different actions. Literally, that will change your timeline.